Hey everybody, it's Angela, and I have a couple more layouts. I'm still trying to use up my Cocoa Daisy kits from November and December, and I haven't gotten my January one yet, so I'm doing okay. I used a few more pieces on this one, and this layout is of my husband and I stopped at a hot dog vendor, a hot dog cart that was on the street, and I had never stopped at one of those that I can remember. I've had hot dogs at like fairs and stuff like that, but I've never actually ordered one from one of those carts, you know, out on the street. So this was kind of a first for me, and it was really cold outside because this was just like last week, and so it was freezing cold, but he was still out there selling hot dogs. So my husband and I got one and we split it. And on this background paper here, this really cool yellow chevron is an American Crafts, and this is all I have left of the strip, because I actually, on the manufacturer strip on the other side, it had these cute little hearts, so I used some of those throughout the layout as well. I've got a couple hidden up here and a couple more over here, and this red pattern paper that was in the Cocoa Daisy kit is this crate paper. One has this, it's an Acorn Avenue walnut books, and I used some of this red side. And then essentially the rest of it is just scraps that I've had, and I've been trying to clean those out. I have a tray of them on my desk, and I've been doing this kind of layered style lately, just trying to use up a lot of those little bits and pieces on my desk. And so I got rid of this piece of glittered paper that's been hanging around for a while. One of these tabs out of the kind of cardboard photo boxes that you buy, and they have these divider cards, and I never use them, so I use that to layer. I had part of a Project Life card that I had cut off this date strip and used the rest of the card, so on this layout I used the date strip. Let's see, this little piece of grid paper with the scallop is actually the background of some packaging, as well as this piece here. I think this is the background of those metal pieces that you can buy. I don't know if they're by Recollections or not, but this is the background of that, and it actually runs all the way through. You can see it coming out over here. Again, some more of this sparkle paper, a graph paper bag, another little piece of a manufacturer's strip that had been hanging around. And then the other thing I did on this that was a little different from what I've done in the past is I did this really cool fringe, and it's kind of got red paper on the back, and then it's this blue on the front. And I did that using oops, there goes my phone. Let me get the scissors I used for that, because they're really cool. And I don't use them as much as I should. But they're these bad boys here. Isn't that cool? I mean, those are just awesome. But I use them more for fringing paper if I'm going to do making fringed paper flowers or something like that. But I've never used them just as fringe on a layout, and so that was kind of fun, and it put, you know, a lot of dimension and stuff on there. And then I used two little hot dog accents, and those both come from these GCD Studios, the Great Outdoors stickers and the Great Outdoors brads, and I got both of these at Tuesday morning, and so I used those. The thickers that I used were the Studio Calico Aqua thickers by American Crafts, and then the little red letters here that say vendor are from this Jelly Bean Soup Coconut Lime Soup sticker sheet. So these guys, I really like these little stickers. So that's about it, you know, a couple tags and stuff from my stash that were just laying around. So that's another one. And then, oh, in the graph paper bag, I did make it so that I have his, the punch card for the little hot dog cart. So I just put that in there and put my journaling on. So that was that one. And then since I've been doing so many layered style layouts like that, I decided to do something completely different. And so I did a mixed media layout. And this one, let's see if I can show it, is got texture paste all over. It's got lots of Lindy's, so it really has a sparkle to it. It's got some fibers, and the texture paste goes all the way up in here, and I don't know if you can, how well you can see it, but it's really dimensional on there. So let me go through how I did this. The papers that I used for the background and to mat the two photos are this Recollections Habitat paper. It's got some beautiful, really natural designs and stuff in it, and really pretty paper. And so I used that for the background. And then I took this picture of a salmon coming up our creek, and it kind of surprised me because they came early. It was only the beginning, well, the end of November, and normally they come at the beginning of December, or to the mid of December. And so I was just, you know, wading up the creek. Here's the creek where I live, and I put my boots on and I wade up the creek, and I was filming the creek and how pretty it was, and all of a sudden I felt something go by my foot, and then here were these salmon, and they started flopping all over the place, and it just kind of took me by surprise because I wasn't expecting them for another couple weeks. So anyhow, I took this picture, and I wanted it to look like he was still swimming through this paper. So I took this modeling paste just by Liquitex and a palette knife, and I smeared modeling paste in just to kind of look like water, and smeared it all over. And then I took some of the Lindy's Stamp Gang and some Tattered Angels. I took actually about a half dozen different colors, but two of the main colors are the Treasure Island Turquoise and the Whale Watch Blue. And I used a lot of these on there. And I just kept spraying the texture paste until it got these lovely greens, and here's some of that turquoise, and you know, all over here some of the blues. And then I didn't want to use any flowers or anything on this layout, but I wanted something that would kind of soften the edges. And I don't know if it's Leanne at Lovely Scrapping, or maybe it's Miranda, Miss Liberty 25, that used that black fiber that was like a Halloween fiber that she got at her dollar store. And I just love that stuff, but I could never find it. I looked all over at the dollar stores around here, and I could never find any of that black fiber like she's got. And then at Michael's, I saw these skeins of yarn, and they're like, when you pull them out, they come out and they're like this netting that comes out, and I thought, wow, this is pretty cool. And they came in a bunch of colors, and the colors are variegated. So in this case, I used the greens, these light and dark green, and then there's also a tan or a beige in here. So I used those sections of it and didn't use the pink, and I got like about 4 or 5 skeins of these because they were on sale. You know, they had a black and white one, and they just had all different kinds of colors. And like I said, you get several colors in one skein because it's variegated. So I just used that and kind of put it around behind and then coming out on top. And I did the same thing with a little bit more of the browns and greens up here. And this is just another photo of a fish in the creek. And so I did that. And then I just took some sequins, and I'd been meaning to use sequins in my layouts for a while and hadn't, really tried it. So I thought they kind of reminded me of fish scales, and some of these kind of reminded me of like little water bubbles. They're just little tiny sequins. I don't know if you can even see them. There's one right there. And I put another one on top of this photo. And there's another little guy there, and then some bigger ones. And then I went with more of the teals and greens down here, and then a little bit more of the pinks and beiges up on this one. Again, I used a compass out of that GCD Brad pack that I got at Tuesday morning. And this note to self is a portion of one of these Recollections Creative Chaos labels. And then the fonts on here are, let's see here, this corrugated font that's by Pebbles, and then this little lime twist by My Mind's Eye for the returning. And then that was it. I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out because it was kind of an experiment to put this much texture paste and stuff on here and do all the spraying and everything, but I think it turned out really good. I like the texture, even though it warped my paper a little bit. See how it's kind of warped? It kind of makes it look like you're still looking through the water and stuff, so it's really kind of cool. And so anyhow, that is my layout. And if you have any questions or anything, just let me know. And I hope you guys are having a good day. Talk to you later. Bye.